Um, yeah, I want to speak on some false artifact type situations. I mean, there's an elaborate game of hoaxes, like because it helps solidify disinformation in a way. Like if you say there was an alien crash, and let's say someone like really made a weather balloon and it mimicked the real thing, so people could expose that and say, look, man, it was just weather balloons. Because I seen these freaking paper kites that have a candle in it, and they do let off this orange glow, and that could account for some orb sightings, and that is basically what a weather balloon is as well. So, not to say that there isn't real stuff going on, but you could easily misidentify, because I think I've done that now that I've seen those freaking paper lantern kites. You know what I'm saying? Some orange orb. But if you see an orange orb like change shape and like drastically and mimic something, and like something that it shouldn't, or change color or direction, like and like there's just different things you could see, and you could discount that it was a freaking some kind of balloon device. But for instance, there's the when you look up Michigan Dogman, you might come across something called Gable footage, and the Gable footage was a hoax, and it was just some dude in a freaking gorilla costume, basically. For instance, there's one that's really like legitly a hoax. There was a dude who kept going. He was a artifacts dealer, basically, but it basically seemed like he was like some Jesuit, Smithsonian, like frauder, basically, and he mixed yak bones and monkey bones and human bones, and basically said it was some kind of it was the missing link. You know what I'm saying? And I think this dude was also affiliated with the Crystal Skulls, and the Crystal Skulls are basically just like, they are kind of a hoax, but I mean they might be occult artifacts that are highly desired after. But there's I seen something about it showed that even those things are really hoaxes, that they're not thousands of years old carved by aliens. It's just craftsmen are out there, and they craft hoaxes like monkey bones, mixing monkey bones and human bones. And this has been proven a few times that they've actually mixed the monkey bones and human bones to try to say there's a missing link. You know what I'm saying? And they still, because during the time no one knew it was a hoax, so they wrote all these history books with this confirmation, and then yet it just disappears because it goes into the vault. You know, that big vault at the end of Indiana Jones, and you never see it again. Uh, Same thing, man. It's really tricky how they can do that. How they can do it from both ways. They'll give you the ones they want you to know about, like the monkey bones mixed with human bones. Those ones they want you to believe in, like they actually had their magicians working 24/7 for years on end trying to forge something, and then basically greasing all the pockets that you got to have these other approved scientists, magicians, and lab coats uh give their approval, like, yep, that's legit, that's legit, and all their scientist guys with their big telescope machines and all that to grease all their pockets to get their green light. That costs a lot of money. You gotta pull some strings, and there is a straight up disinformation thing too, to make, once again, and other times things like this are done on purpose to make people who kind of chase the conspiracy or the legend look kind of freaking to make them look intentionally stupid, to actually to discourage people from ever looking any deeper. You know what I'm saying? So I see how that can work. That's kind of like they build you up to break you down, so they give you false hope. Then you'll find out it was all a game, just to win your time and energy, and then nothing ever comes of it. You know what I'm saying? It'll discourage you from actually, you might have been right. You might have been right there, but you know what I'm saying? I see how they can kind of do this as well. Like your favorite footage turns out to be a hoax, kind of like the moon landing. That's a perfect example of a actual false artifact, false hope, straight up psyop. It's crazy. I mean, it's hard to believe these things. You don't want to believe them because it's because you've been indoctrinated so heavily, and then to step out from the herd, from the crowd, and say, "Hey, man, I've seen some things, and that was a hoax." And you're afraid because of the rejected spirit that people are going to reject you now. So you'll cling to the belief because it's easier to go along in a way. I mean, that's just an easy way to explain it. I mean, in these days, that's the comply and conform to the mainstream narrative is not so successful these days. People are really starting to resist the indoctrination and brainwashing, and that's good. And these are one of the ways that they've kind of tricked us. Where at the same times where they'll perpetuate a hoax to cover the real thing, or they'll make a hoax to get you searching for something that don't exist. You'll be looking for the missing link all over the planet and never finding it. All the while, they've already taken the fucking giant bones to the Smithsonian and incinerated them or grinded them up into boner tea or something, whatever they do. But yeah, fake artifacts also is an Illuminati card deck card. So you always got the false lead. Is something you always got to stay aware of, as this is one of their strategies and tactics of discouragement.